I am the CEO of JetOctopus. JetOctopus is the technical SEO platform for e-commerce websites and digital agencies. We founded it in 2016. Over a decade, I'm in marketing and sales leadership. Founded JetOctopus from our own pain. We used to have a very big website, and the SEO became a problem there. And at the end of the day, we've built the platform for such big websites as we used to have. So PPC or CEO? This is always the question, and actually it should not be the question. It is very good when it goes both. It is ideal when you develop both of these traffic channels. Because you all know that PPC is great to get your customers quickly, but it has limits on scalability. So when you have like 5K monthly budget for PPC, the economics is great. But when you have the 50K monthly budgets, the ROI really start decreasing, and it always works this way. That's why making only SEO really has limits for your business at the end of the day. And only PPC, I mean. So today I will be talking about SEO because we have a lot of data, a lot of customers of huge sizes, and I will be sharing some of great cases. If you are working on e-commerce website, you definitely have big volumes of pages, and it is actually a different SEO approach which leads to effective and impactful SEO growth. And today we'll be talking about that. So I will be sharing some of these cases, and one of that is about the website who is #1 in Greece by the visits. So one of the cases we will be talking about is the #1 Greek marketplace in Europe. This is Scroutz.gr. It was established in Greece in 2005 and now available in Cyprus and the rest of Europe. So some facts, like important facts about this website. It is top 1,000 website globally according to SimilarWeb. It places the 4th most visited website in Greece after Google, Facebook, and YouTube. It has 70% of traffic, organic traffic, and only 5% is paid. And the monthly visits is around 50 million visits. In 2022, they generated around 1 billion euros in total GMV for their customers. So I'm going to share the statistics of this one of these customers, which is Skroutz. This is for the last 3 years, what they have. So you can see that the average number of monthly visits is around 40 or 50 millions. And until 2023, less than 1% from this traffic was generated from paid ads. So the 80% of the traffic, and the last year it was like 71% of this traffic is organic traffic. So meaning that actually SEO works when done correctly. And today we talk how it is done correctly. So, but usually on the market still, the e-commerce really often don't believe in SEO. Why they ignore SEO? So the widespread reasons what we see, it is like the negative experience before, like no result after some SEO improvements, or they have the big data and they are not capable to visualize it correctly, so to understand how their SEO works and what are the opportunities there. Or they don't have enough support in the team and they just don't get this developers' resources to implement the impactful SEO implementations. Or they have weak knowledge about SEO for big websites. And this is also the very widespread reason, because just fixing the 404s or duplicated titles can have no impact in terms of big websites, because when you work with big websites, the #1 thing is scroll budget, and we will talk about it. Then also, they just can implement tiny SEO tasks that they that don't have the impact. And at the end of the day, they don't have enough arguments so to be persuasive and to lead the SEO to the implementation stage. When you work on a big website, having like more than 10K pages, it should not be just implementing of SEO tasks. It should be some sort of SEO philosophy. And this is actually the exact case of this customer of Scroutz.gr. Since the very first day when they've been launched, the central focus for the development of the company was the SEO. And when it is cared this way, it is really growing. So what they say about their SEO philosophy. SEO is not a one-person show or even one team show. Sharing SEO knowledge and cooperation with other teams can empower the entire organization in many ways. Big websites have big challenges. Just fixing 404s won't change the game. And you all know, and you have these experiments, that you implement something and it doesn't change anything, actually. Big websites have big challenges. So, speaking about this Skroutz, they optimized their crawl budget. So when we speak about crawl budget, this is the number of resources by Google spent for your website. So this is your #1 priority, to take care of how many resources is spent on your website, and you have opportunity to increase your crawl budget, you have opportunity to optimize your crawl budget, and it will increase your organic traffic. So they optimize crawl budget by removing 72% of indexed URLs while growing to 30 million sessions. So it means that usually they say that as many URLs are indexed, the better. And this is not usually the best way. And today I will show you what they did. So the project that they've implemented took them more than a year to implement. And you see this SEO philosophy on the whole company, that the project took a year. It was massive and expensive in terms of hours and workforce, but it was worth it. So what they actually did, they used to have 24 million indexed URLs. And actually, this is really good news, and we don't have to care about anything. We don't have to worry about anything until the moment when the period of indexing new product pages really became long. So it became like 3 months to index new pages. That's why they started to worry, and they started to work on their crawl budget and trying to find the black holes there. And they were successful analyzing their log files. So to analyze your crawl budget, you have to work with your log files analysis. So they found a destructive loophole around 15 million URLs that were indexed and were visited really often by Google. They didn't bring any organic traffic because it was internal search page generated by the user. So it has no value in terms of traffic, and it's wasted a lot of resources of Google. That's why it took so long to index new product pages, because the crawl budget was wasted in the wrong place, and it really affected the efficiency, the overall efficiency. So they closed those URLs, and they were merging and splitting the categories. So they were working with their catalog in terms of merging similar categories in one or splitting the other way. And it led them, at the end of the day, it used to take them 3 months to index new valuable pages. And after the project implemented, right now it takes up to 10 days. And it is a dramatic increase in terms of SEO efficiency, because when you are selling online, it is marketplace, the period when the page is getting indexed and ranked and started getting your organic traffic is crucial, because 3 months actually have no sense in terms of marketplace. So, working on a big website, you have to make friends with Googlebot. This is the #1 rule. On-page SEO is very good. Creating of new content, of course, is important. Putting the backlinks is essential. But the #1 rule is make friends with Googlebot, because the crawl budget is your top priority, because when you have like up to 1,000 URLs, don't worry about it. But when you have more than 10K URLs on your website, the crawl budget is #1 thing. This is the usual SEO funnel from creating a page on a website, then the #1 stage after that, it should be visited by Googlebot. If it is ignored by Googlebot, you may do a lot of optimizations on these URLs, but they will never get ranked and they will never bring you organic traffic. After visiting by Googlebot, they are ranked in SERP and start getting impressions. And only after that, they start to bring you organic traffic. So it works only this way, no other ways. That's why making friends with Googlebot is the #1 priority. Having big volumes of pages needs to have the correlating tools to work with your data, to visualize your data. So this particular tool visualizes your website, which is the blue circle, and the orange circle. These are the pages which are visited by Googlebot. So this tool visualizes you what part of the website is ignored by Googlebot. Then you will get the insight what exactly to change on this part of the website. And if you don't implement these changes, nothing will change. And another big value from this tool is you are reflecting the potential crawl budget waste. So this orange circle, which doesn't overlap with the blue one, these are potential orphaned pages or legendary pages. So the pages that have no value, maybe, or maybe they are orphaned by accident, and it is all clickable. You can dive deeper into the URLs and maybe get them back into the site structure. So you find your crawl budget waste, you visualize the ignored part of the website, and you get the insights how to increase your site visibility for Googlebot. On the other hand, this is also a very widespread approach when it is not the most important to index all of the URLs, because actually not all of the URLs bring you sales. So you have to understand what are the commercial pages which should be indexed first, and you have to focus on them. Interlinking changes the game dramatically. When we speak about the big website and when we speak about the crawl budget optimization, the interlinking is one of the most impactful criteria in terms of impact on Googlebot. And it is actually reasonable, because if there are a lot of internal links to this page, it is important and you perceive it as important, and Googlebot will perceive it as important. So it will index it, it will rank it high. This is another case of our customer. This is the real estate customer. And they used to use as a main tool for indexing their URLs, like the sitemap. And they have a lot of streets, they have a lot of lanes, cities, metro stations, so a lot of pages they want to be visited by Google on the regular basis. And on the beginning of this experiment, they used to have like around 1 million visits of Google per month and around 500,000 pages visited by Google. After the really interesting experiment that led them to make the sub-sitemaps within each directory of their website, it led them to dramatic increase. So it led them to almost more than 2 times increase of pages visited by Googlebot. So you see that more than 1 million, almost 1.5 million pages started to be visited by Googlebot. And the number of visits increased dramatically. And this is the numeric details for specific directories. And you see that more than 200% increase in all the directories which are commercial for them. So interlinking should be taken care of the right way. And this is not the easy way to optimize the interlinking. And everybody wants to find some automatic tools. And the bad news that there is no automation for optimizing your interlinking. It is your brain, and it is your will to increase this efficiency. So working on a big website, as I said, you have to implement impactful optimizations, not just SEO tasks. And for example, having this SEO funnel at hand, it is automatically generated, no manual work. You can easily see. So these are all the pages on your website and how many of them are open to indexation. This is the page. The next stage is the number of pages crawled by Googlebot. Then the number of pages ranked in Google, ranked in top 10, ranked in top 3, and getting you organic clicks. And you see that the first stage is really the bottleneck right now. And we should ignore everything else because you can start fixing your loading time, or you can add additional content, whatever. But when it is only 80% of pages which are known by Google, nothing has impact. So you should start working on your crawl budget. You should find your opportunities, and you should increase this number, and everything else that will be implemented then will have many times more efficiency. Another tool which is also very vivid in terms of what has impact in your particular case. So this is the artificial intelligence models, which analyzes huge amount of information units and brings you the most impactful criteria in your particular case. And in this particular case, this is the technical performance. Those, it will be like the loading time, it will be the page size. These are the criteria you have to take care on the first place, because in your particular case, it impacts the crawl budget the most. And in each case, this triangle looks differently. Again, implement the impactful optimizations, not just SEO tasks. This is the dashboard which shows you like a lot of different criteria so the number of impressions depending on different on-page SEO criteria. And it gives you understanding how your SEO works. For example, the number of impressions depending on how far the page is located from the index page, or the number of impressions depending on the number of internal links. So how many of the internal links the page should have, so to bring you the majority of impressions in your particular case. Depending on the count size of the page, I mean the count of words on a page. And again, it is your efficiency, what already works on your website. It is not, I think that we should have to do that. It is definitely what we have to do to multiply the positive trends which are working already on our side. And it makes your SEO not hypothetical, but understandable and predictable when you work with the correlating tools which can visualize your insights and opportunities. Again, when you implement the impactful SEO optimizations, your SEO always grow, always grow. So, and what is the correct SEO process? Working on a big website, first of all, you should visualize your full data first, not partial. Do not omit Googlebot's behavior analysis in any case. And Googlebot's behavior analysis is available when log files are integrated in the tool you will be using for your SEO. Realize what the impact SEO opportunities are, not just spend resources on SEO optimizations, whatever we can do. Start experimenting, analyze the dynamics, multiply the positive experiments to the whole website, and don't stop caring your SEO ever. And then it can lead to 80% traffic share, which will dramatically boost ROI of the whole business. So I hope that was valuable for you. If you have any questions, I'm pleased to answer. And yeah, you are playing in the Champions League. Act big and get big.
Talking about handling big websites SEO, what are some unexpected challenges you faced at the large-scale website SEO, and how would you address them effectively?
So one of the main challenges is to get full data at hand, because usually the SEOs works with some like desktop tools that just don't have this capacity. And they got used to the behavior model with working with partial data and making the conclusions on the partial data. And the conclusions on the partial data are even more harmful than no conclusions at all. Because actually, when you use the crawler to scan the whole website, it will not get like the such piece of your website, like with all the URLs present in your site structure. It will just get the first URLs that it finds, and it will just follow the internal linking. And you will analyze like this part of the website, not knowing what is happening here. And we have a very good case study, like a use case when you make the conclusions on the partial data and of the full data, the criticity of the problems is dramatically different. That's why the main challenge is to visualize your full data, so to understand the big picture, how your SEO already works, what doesn't work, and not to make hypotheses, but truly know that in our case, the DFI, like distance from index for the commercial pages, should not be like deeper than third click from the main page. And you see it, and you have these arguments, because when you work on a partial, you will say, I think, it depends, maybe, and at the end of the day, it doesn't grow, and you lose the support because you don't bring the results. So this is the main challenge, to get the full data visualized, and to get the right insights within this short period of time.
Okay. That brings me to another point of the CEO culture in organizations. How does JetOctopus suggest companies foster a culture where CEO knowledge is shared and value across different teams, not just within the marketing development department? Just to let you know, in the audience, you might hear us pretty well because you're sitting in a cage, but we hear the people outside more than we hear each other.
Actually, we are absolutely proud of working with Scroutz.gr, because this is like SEO evangelist team. They started to take care of their SEO since the very first day, and they're already up to 20 years old, I guess. And they have a lot of their internal tools because they care the right way their SEO. And they still bought the JetOctopus platform because we empower the speed of work with their website, the speed of work with their data. We enrich it with the insights they get with the help of JetOctopus. And at the end of the day, the moment of the official testimonial is this summer, because it will be like 1 year working with us. So they said this summer we will like make the analysis of the results when we joined your platform. It will be the official testimonial.
Perfect. Yeah. Thanks a lot.